basically see the lineage is how sophisticated your channel is. That's basically what a lineage is how sophisticated your channel is. So what are you inputting into the system, right? The sort of vertical, the spine, right? The Sushmana channel, the spine, and what's coming into the spine, right? We're talking connection to God, the divine, right? The recitation, that's your lineage, right? The tribe is the drum, the heartbeat. The recitation, the mantra recitation, is the input of frequency. So first, when you're an infant, you're in the womb, in utero, first is the heartbeat, is the drum, the tribe, your connection to the soil, the womb, the earth. You're in the planetary system, the planetary cycle, planetary progression. And then we get out of the womb, the mother, while firstly in the utero, mother inputs the frequency, the mantra recitation. And mantra can be positive, negative, neutral, right? But there's a recitation, and that a mother can have a recitation like low self-worth, and she keeps playing that again and again and again and again, right? That's her recitation. Or it could be, a positive recitation of, high self-esteem or high self-worth, or a neutral recitation, which is knowledge, right? It's the sophistication, right? Where you're dealing with all these scenarios from a sense of self and other, vibrate the cosmos, right? Self and other, vibrate the cosmos. So a woman that recognizes the, herself and other people, the life lesson, the sort of education of it, and the self-psychology of it, the opportunity to kind of review, right, her sort of energetic state, her sort of psychomagnetic state, her physiological sort of state, so she can reorganize it. That's the sophistication of the channel. So we're going to be seated, and we're just going to grab our elbows like this, and then we're just going to rotate the spine, and we're opening up the heart in this way, but we're also creating the heat, moving the heat into the heart. And we're listening to this mantra that works with the sort of heart energy, the sort of sophistication of the channel that every person has, just as a matter of fact of the sort of Kundalini, right? Energizing the spine, right? Some people have a frozen spine. Nothing gets in, nothing gets out, it's just frozen. So the warmth of the Kundalini is moving the energy. And just breathe long and deep. And you're going to just rotate and you really want to grab the elbows and lift up. So I'm not just like sort of just chilling it on the top of my head. I'm sort of lifting up. And then we can rotate in the other direction. So when you hold your hands above your head, like in this posture, you're also working on the ribs, opening up also the lungs. Whenever you put your hands above your head, you're opening up the lungs, allowing yourself to breathe deeper, creating space. Also creating space in the organs, warming up not only the spine, the organs, the heart. And also working on the lymphatic system. When you raise your hands above your head, you're working on the lymphatic as well, which works on the sort of circulation of chi. Okay, inhale, straight spine. Inhale, hold the breath. Really see the Sushumna channel, that sort of recrossing from both sides of the body, the spine. Exhale. Now bring the hands down. Now we're going to come into this wide leg downward facing dog. I'll try my best to do it in this small space. Okay. And then, so legs are wide as possible, right? And then you're gonna come into cobra. So you just come right into cobra and then come back. So we're just coming right into it. So come back, really stick the butt out, look towards the navel, right? Legs wide as possible, right? And then come down into cobra, and then really feel the hips, the pelvic areas opening. You can bend the knees, the elbows, so your shoulders are back and down, looking up and back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Exhale. Now come onto your forearms. Keep your legs wide as possible. And then you're just going to inhale, bring the right foot to the butt. Inhale, exhale, bring the leg down. Bring the left leg, heel to the butt, and then exhale down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Again, your legs are wide. Inhale, exhale. Now just come into child's pose for a moment to integrate the energy. Okay, inhale. Exhale, come up. We're going to come standing, have our feet wide, our hands out, palms facing down to the earth, like this. And then feet are parallel, as wide as you find balance. And then you're just going to rotate the neck around as you also rotate the hips around. So the neck and the hips. long and deep. Now go the other direction. Okay, inhale, straight spine. Hold the hands out, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down. And then just begin to fold over the legs. You're gonna grab the elbows, kind of like what we did before above our heads. And then what you're gonna do is with your arms, you're gonna create like a figure 8. So in slow motion, elbow out, around, other elbow out and around. Yes. And you're gonna breathe long and deep and allow that motion to help unlock the spine, the deeper spine. And your feet are hip width apart. And if you need to, you can roll your sheepskin or your yoga mat. You can roll it so that it's under your heels so that you're on a downward slope, right? Which is even more healing for the spine. A downward slope is where you're more so angled, your butt's way out and you're angled down rather than back on your heels, and that's an upward slope. And just keep going, and you also feel like you're moving your hips as well. Allowing the arms to kind of create this sort of overall sway. And you're gonna feel it in the spine as you kind of sway. You're just gonna feel like this hip, but also this just whole spine just like moving and uncrossing and recrossing. Okay, inhale, just hang. Exhale, hang. And then you're gonna bend your knees, having your legs, feet parallel. Really roll up the mat. You can even put like a blanket underneath your heels so that you can really be on a downward slope. So I sometimes use a blanket. Keep the legs parallel, it might hurt a little bit. Keep the knees fitting into the armpits, just so kind of almost like I'm falling back. And then I'm gonna reach my fingertips and just drop the head down. And breathe long and deep. And just really feel the knee into the armpit. You're opening up the back in a unique way, right? So again, feet about hip width apart, putting a pillow or blanket underneath my heels so that I'm able to stabilize myself, right? So both the balls of the feet and the heel are on the ground. You may feel this in the hip. You may feel this in the sort of inner thigh. This is a very grounding posture. Okay, inhale, exhale. Just make your way to your knees. You can bring your blanket underneath your bottom, between your bottom and heels, And then just straight spine, really straighten the spine and just breathe long and deep. Just be very still. And just feel the energy naturally moving without you needing to move. Feel the heat of your thighs, your hips, the heat moving up into the heart. Feel the sweat of the spine, the sweat of the spine. And then I want you to just begin, it can be slowly, I just want you to begin to move your spine from the tailbone all the way up to the pineal gland. I want you to see the spine kind of going side to side like a snake. Almost like you're putting yourself in a trance by this movement. It's very subtle. It's not big movement. It's just very sort of subtle. But you're going to see the spine creating this sort of serpent movement. So in the tailbone, up each vertebrae, you're sort of feeling the energy ascending into the deeper brain. Literally imagine a white snake as though it's kind of moving up your spine, snaking up the spine. And then see the eyes of the snake in your eyes, as though you're staring into the eyes of a snake. Like a serpent trance. You can feel very subtle movement, healing the spine, the white snake with the blue eyes. Breathe long and deep. With each breath, you're moving the snake, the serpent through the spine, helping to repair the discs of the spine, the vertebrae, healing, repairing, all the way up to the top vertebrae, going to the brain, healing, repairing the spine. Visualize the white snake repairing the spine, like the serpent, the serum. The serpent has serum. See that serum going up the spine, like a serum that heals the spine. Okay, inhale. Exhale. Now you can come seated for a moment. And then we're going to come standing one last time as we're going to really unlock the energy, the energy, the energy. So what you're going to do is when you're standing, you're just going to kind of sway, and not just sway, you're going to really like come over and then come over to the other side. What you're doing is you're balancing out. Think of when you pour two substances into a container, like a jug or a glass, and what you do is you kind of move it side to side to sort of dilute, right, the two substances, right? Like let's say you pour, right, two sort of thicker substances together, right, that might not blend so well. You kind of move it, kind of get it sort of equalized. So when we do movements like this, or even what we just did, the serpent, what you're doing is you're sort of diluting, you're kind of equalizing, right? And that's what the serpent is, the equalizing. So we're just going to listen to this music and feel that sort of equalization. And you want it to be sort of ecstatic, not basic. So it looks like this. Sort of bending the knee as I go to the opposite side. You can go forward and you could go back. And I'm using my shoulders and my hips to kind of guide me. You see my hips, my shoulders. I'm even lifting up the heel. Okay, inhale, exhale. Now come flat onto your belly. Come flat onto your belly, listening to the mantra, feeling powerful energy moving through you. Okay, inhale. Exhale, come up. Come seated. And then begin to chant to your spine. A call, a call, a call, a call, a call, a call. A call, a call, a call, a call, a call. A call, a call, a call, a call, a call, a call. A call, a call, a call, a call, a call, a call. A call, a call, a call, a call, a call, a call. A call, 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 a call. Inhale. Hold the breath, squeeze up, sex organ, rectum, navel, belly button to spine, tuck in the chin, press the tongue on the roof of the mouth, spine is tall. Hold. Exhale. Now we're going to come back onto our knees. And again, if you need like a blanket or a pillow underneath your bottom, between your bottom and your knees, you can do that to help you. So just breathe long and deep. So what you're going to do is you're going to come slowly down. So I'm going to inhale long and deep. So as I come down, I'm pumping the belly, pump, and I won't do this if I'm pregnant or my first 3 days of my cycle. So you're gonna pump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're flushing out the spine, right? The toxins that you have, right, in your body, cleaning out the metabolic system. Also pumping through the spine, this sort of flushing, this sort of renewal of energy, this sort of serum. So as you inhale, you exhale, and then you come down, and then you inhale as you're sort of coming up. So it looks, and you can count to 8, or you can go sa ta nama, 2 recitations of sa ta nama, going down and going back up. So here we'll begin now. Inhale, exhale, and then what you're going to do is you're going to just go sa ta na ma, 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 Satanama, 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 and moving from the base of the spine, Satanama, 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 Satanama. Inhale. Press the tongue on the roof of the mouth, squeeze up. Exhale. And then just come seated. Feel that heat, right? As you're moving energy through the spine. I feel a lot of sort of heat. You want your spine to sweat. Just breathe long and deep. Now what we're going to do is we're going to listen to this mantra. And we're going to do a particular movement with it. It's going to really integrate into the physical body. The energy that we want, the sort of spine that we want. So we're going to lift or bring the hands, the back, bring the hands behind the head. And this is really going to let the Kundalini move up. And then you're going to twist with each of the sound as you chant. So as I play the mantra, I'll show you and then you can follow along. So we'll go like this. So Gobinde, Mukunde, Udare, Apare, Harim, Karim, Naname, Akame. So, but as you're doing it, so Gobinde, sort of squeeze belly button to spine. Mukunde, Udare, Apare. So it's more so you're bringing the navel to the spine as you're twisting. So just take a moment. Listen. So bring the hands to the back of the neck, hold. Gobende, Mukande, Urare, Apare, Hariyam, Kariyam, Niname, Okame, Gobinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyam, Kariyam, Niname, Akame. Now do breath of fire. Go back to singing or hold, center, breathe long and deep. Gobinde, pump the navels. Mukande, bring it to the spine. Urare, Apare, push the Kundalini up. Hariyam, Kariyam, Niname, Akame, Gobinde, Mukande, Dare, like a hammer. Bring the navel to spine. Hariyam, Kariyam, Niname, Akame, Gobinde, Mukande, Udare, Pare, Hariyam, Kariyam, Niname, Akame, Gobinde, Mukande, Udare, Apade, Hariyam, Kariyam, Niname, Akame, breath of fire. Chant. Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyam, Kariyam, Niname, Akame. Straight spine.
If God wants you to live, He'll make you live without breath of life. And He does in the womb of the mother. You don't breathe, and you live. All the stories in the religion, all the stories in every religion, just tell you one thing. In the eyes of God, we are all one, because there's one God.
Gobinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyam, Hariyam, Niname, Akame, Gobinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyam, Kariyam, Niname, Akame, Gobinde, Mukande, Udare, Apare, Hariyam, Kariyam, Niname, Akame. Straight spine. Breathe long and deep.
Some people are very much asking this question these days. We love Sri Guru Granth, we can't read it, we can't. What is it? It's a total pattern. As the neurons in the brains have a pattern, so Sri Guru Granth has a sound pattern through which the tongue and the upper palate create corresponding patterns with the neuron to give you the feeling of ecstasy.
Gobinde, Mukande, belly button to spine, twist, Pade, Hariyam, Kariyam, Niname, Akame, Gobinde, Mukande, apare, Haryang, Karyang, Niname, Akame, Gobinde, Mukande, Vandare, Apare. Now breath of fire twists very fast side to side. Let the energy move up and circulate. Let it free. Release. Inhale, lift up. Squeeze up, hold the breath. Squeeze up. Exhale. Relax, listen. Feel the spine serum healing the spine.
He created you, he will take care of you, and he's around you, he's within you, and he's you.
Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale.
Accept God as self. That you cannot accept. That's the fight of every religion, and that is the fight of Nanak. Be grateful, and nothing else. We are who we are. We do everything scientifically and artistically to save and glorify and serve our soul within us.
Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Just meditate, breathe very deeply.
Sneakers are never allowed even in good restaurants. And you go to every restaurant, it's written barefooted and without shirt, not admitted. And same with the principle of life. With life, two things you must not do. Don't sleep with your own life. Don't. And don't be nude to your own life. And be friendly to your life. Life is the only gift of God within you.
Inhale. Exhale. So now we're going to begin this movement called the repairing of the lineage. So we're going to be chanting me, God and me are one. Me and God are one. So as we're chanting that, so you're going to cross, recross. So hands like this, right over left, left over right, kind of like the serpent energy, crossing the left side of the body, the right side of the body, crossing, 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 structuring the Sushma channel. God and me and God are one. 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 Very powerful. God and me and God are one. 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 Feel the power. God and me and God are one. 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 God and me and God are and me and God are one. God 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 and me and God are one. Keep going. God and me and God are one. 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 Go even faster. God and me and God are one. God God and me and God are one. Now hold it here at the heart, right over left, left over right, like you're fanning. God and me and God are one. God and me and God are one. Now here at the head, forehead, me and God are one. Fast. God and me and God are one. God and me and God are one. God and me and God are one. Inhale, bring it hands into prayer at the heart. Press palms together, breathe long and deep. Now feel the movement of the Sushma channel, the spine, the chi. Feel the sophistication of you, the channel, the pipeline, cleaning it out between the perineum all the way to the pineal gland, all the way up, out the soft spot at the top of the head, out, up, Satanama. Mentally chant Satanama above your head like you're climbing a ladder above your head, Satanama. Mentally chant Satanama, 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 mentally. And think of it as above the head, this whole realm above the head, climbing a ladder, ladder towards the gold sun, climbing into the gold sun of your ancestors, your lineage, the teachers, the wise ones, the ascended beings, the masters, the richness, the wealth of your knowledge, the wealth of your soul, the wealth of humanity, the wealth of this planet, the wealth of the Akashic record. Connect to the gold sun like climbing a ladder, almost like you're climbing a ladder above your head into this golden sun, the Akashic record, accessing the knowledge of your lineage that is thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years old, that is also intergalactic and not of this planet. Your genetic sequence belongs to other planetary systems. Connect. Satanama, Satanama mentally. Satanama, Satanama, Satanama. Become intergalactic. Connect to your DNA. A DNA that is older than this planet, older than the human that is known to planet Earth. Think of the human species evolving DNA that's older than this planet, and you are part of that interstellar DNA patterning. Look at all those millions and millions of lives on this planet to the point where you are now as this genetic DNA pattern sequence person, human species, evolution of millions of years as a human. Climb the ladder, Satanama, Satanama. Climb into the gold sun. The gold sun, like a gold disc. Climb into the gold disc of the Akashic record to retrieve the wealth of your celestial, spiritual, intergalactic intelligence, interstellar awareness. You don't need drugs, you don't need substances to create this transcendental experience. You need to use the technology of the ancients. This is the path towards sustained energy, contain the energy, manifest the energy. We're not looking for elusiveness. We're looking for sustained, maintained, contained energy, to embody this energy, not to elusively play and toy with it, but to embody it. Feel your heartbeat now becoming this gold energy. See your heart like this gold energy, like a liquid form. Now see your heart in this sort of soft pink energy. This sort of goldish, pinkish, rosy color, dark with sort of red, pinkish. And see the Sushmana channel, the central pipeline, the spine. See it blue, royal blue. See each vertebrae, the whole spine, from the tailbone all the way up into the brain as blue, royal blue. And see both hemispheres of the brain equalized. As the spine equalizes, the brain equalizes. As the spine harmonizes, the brain harmonizes, and vice versa. As the prana harmonizes both hemispheres of the brain, the spine begins to calibrate both sides of the body to be more rhythmically equalized. Inhale. Exhale. Continue to listen. Inhale. Exhale. Powerful breath. Inhale. Exhale. Powerful breath. See God as the gold sun, the gold heart, the gold disc above your head. See it as the heart. Grateful for the heart, for the heartbeat, the most prevailing force within us, the strongest force, the strongest impact, the strongest vehicle, the strongest engine, the strongest fuel, the strongest power surge is the heart. The commanding, demanding leadership of the heart. It is the start, it is the end, it is the in-between, it is the power, it is the courage, it is the nerve. The heartbeat goes up, the heartbeat goes down. We can regulate it through the strength of the navel, the nerves, the breath. There to help us connect with the moon of our soul, our infinity, of our destiny, of our sovereignty, of the virtues, of our soulful philosophies, our spiritual fulfillment, creative fulfillment, alchemy, healing, transformation, powering, ease, poetry, poetic, lyrical, musical, capable, possible, potentiated. Further, see the moon now. See yourself inside the moon, like a baby inside a womb, a sack, a water sack. See yourself inside the waters of the moon, the water sack of the moon. And feel total ease, feel total contentment, feel the inner child. Feel your own child that is you in the womb of your mother. See your fetus that is you in the womb of the mother, in the womb of the moon, the waters of the moon, the blue waters, the pure, clean, pure blue waters. See the fetus that is you as you coming to earth. And see the child that is you leaving the earth and letting the ego fall, dropping the ego. Feel that moment, what it's like to feel the dropping of the ego and the total acceptance of your divinity. The sort of poetry, the joy, inside the womb of the moon as the child, and the pure sound, the pure frequency of your celestial communication, your fulfillment, your wholeness, your sense of completion, your sense of infinity, your sense of beauty, gratitude, grace, radiance, pure creativity, pure fearlessness, the womb, the child, and the moon, the child living in the moon, connected to the water sac, connected to the waters, the river, the ocean, feeling the protection, feeling the intuition, feeling the intelligence, the instinct, the animals, the plants, the sophistication of animals, plants, the moon, the waters. Now heal the womb, heal the fetus that is you. Go into the waters. Go into the waters of the moon, the deep waters, the blue waters, the pure crystalline waters, pure minerals, pure electric waters, pure, looks like it's been hit with lightning several times, charged up. Bathe in those waters like a spiritual bath, feeling the scent of the flowers, the herbs, the scent of the earth, the soil, the dirt, the ocean, the shells, the sand, all inside this moon, the waters of the moon. Feel this sort of pure, clean, nourishing, nutrient power seeping into your pores, going into your blood stream, going into your internal waters, the internal waters of your body, going into the muscles, the tissues, soaking you. You're soaked like the rain on a tree, soaked. And just feel this pure water cleaning you out. The impurities, sort of habits, behaviors, toxicities. Inhale. Total silence. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now inhale. Exhale. Now drop your hands down and close your eyes and feel like you're facing your inner child, your 5 to 9-year-old self, and literally chant into the forehead of your inner child. See yourself at 5 to 9 years old and literally chant into their forehead, like you're programming the brain, the projection of your inner child with this code. R1, God in me, me and God are one. Sending this to your inner child. God in me, me and God are one. Putting it into their forehead. See this inner child that is you, this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old self. See them in their perfect state, their childlike state. Sing into their forehead like you're writing it across their forehead. R1, God and me, me and God are one. God and me, me and God are one. God and me and God are one. Now see the ancestors all around you as though they're chanting with you. See a whole sort of thousands, you can say hundreds, thousands of people all chanting the same thing, projecting this sound into your 8-9-year-old self, all chanting. See the father, the mother, grandfather, grandmother going up the sort of vertical ladder of your ascended beings, people who have come here to earth and left. See all these people chanting with you, beside you. See the sort of loudness, the grandness, the sort of echo of them, all singing in unison through your sound current. God and me and God are one. 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 Inhale. Exhale. Now just quietly, mentally project. Mentally project into the forehead of your 8-9-year-old self. Feel the unison of your ancestors, the communion as they speak through you, your sound current. They are your sound current. They're embedded in your sound current. Sending this to your 8-9-year-old self. Programming this version of yourself to think highly, to have high self-worth, high self-esteem, which will heal your future self. You're healing your future self. You're healing your future self. Past, present, future are all connected. Healing the past is healing the future self. Creating a template within the young self of success, victory, high vibration will actually create an even powerful experience of success and victory of the future self. Now begin to see the future self and the 8-9-year-old self side by side. See the future self, the young self side by side. The sort of trinity, you, your young self, your future self. The three, trinity. See the sound current going in a circle, like a triangle, to you, your inner child, your older self, future self, back to you, sort of in a triangle. Okay, you're both in a sort of triangle formation, singing to each other, passing this sound to each other. It's moving through each of you. You're all connected. As the time dissolves, there's no barrier of time or space. There's this complete emergence of this future self, the you that is here, and the young self, 8-9-year-old self. And see in the center, see this pure, like white sun, this white energy, pure white energy with sort of royal blue rays, royal blue sort of emission of light. See that sort of excellence within you, your past you, the child you, and the future victory, alchemy, manifestation, sort of coding, patterning, sort of symbol of you, sort of language, the light language of you, sort of radiance, participation, the sort of gift of you, offering. Okay, inhale. Exhale. We'll tune out with one long sat and short nam. Inhale. Sat nam. Sat nam. Sat nam. Bow to yourself in your practice, and thank you for joining me.